Hello, and welcome to the first Drury University Men's Hockey Coaches Show of 2026. My name is Kevin Kline, broadcaster, the public address announcer for Drury Hockey, and we are at Holdfast Brewing as we are on every Tuesday after Drury University games. And with us is a guy you probably haven't seen much of over the past few.
Who is this guy?
I think he's the head coach.
I think I only missed two.
Two. How many have you missed, Cookie?
Actually, I think I did miss one. Did I miss one? I don't remember.
I can't remember.
That's all right. Coach, head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. Happy New Year, guys.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's a long break.
Yeah. We're used to it by now, but we weren't always used to it. When we coached at the junior level, you played right up to Christmas and then started pretty soon after. You had maybe a week off. So, but we're used to this longer break now.
The longer break is what, 5 weeks? 6 weeks?
Five and a half, something like that.
So December 7th was our last game, and we reported back, I think, on
The 9th.
Yeah, the 9th. So, yeah, just a little over a
8th
month.
or 9th, yeah.
And then we faced the number 6 team in the country. We're ranked number 5. We played number 6 right out of the gates, Maryville University. 3-hour drive for them. They came down. We won in overtime on Saturday night, the first game. Were you surprised at how well we played in the first period, given the break that we had?
Yeah, I honestly, I was pleasantly surprised because you just don't know what you're going to get. We hadn't played a game in 6 weeks, or 5 or 6 weeks, so kind of a gamble how I thought we were going to play, and we had good practices though. We practiced 9 practices over 10 days. So I knew we were, ready to go from that standpoint, but still, it's not the same as a game. So
yeah, we got, and I'm sure we'll get into this at some point. But Maryville's coach John Hogan's a good friend of ours. He had messaged Lozzie after the game. He's like, I don't know what you guys did. He goes, I have never come out of the break as like full speed as you guys did in that first period on Saturday, and we haven't either. We were, like he said, pleasantly surprised. It was a great thing, but yeah, it was.
I told Cookie after that period that was the best period of hockey we've played as a Division I team.
Well, you said that in the coach's office after the game, and you even said the forecheck was relentless. Yeah. And then what happened in the second period? Because we didn't have that same intensity.
So the first period we played with as much or more speed than we have since we've had this program.
Absolutely.
And in the second period, we got away from the speed aspect of it. And Jeremy talked about it with the players quite a bit during the period on the bench, and then especially after the period in the second intermission. Was we lost our speed, and we kind of lost just playing with instinct. Guys were reacting to things instead of just playing on instinct, and we had that in the first period of that Saturday game, that first game. Guys were just playing purely on instinct, playing fast. Relentless. I mean, they didn't have a shot on goal for the first 10, almost 11 minutes.
Right.
And it wasn't anything we were doing defensively. It had everything to do with our forecheck was keeping the puck in their zone. And that's not easy to do against a team like Maryville. They're a great hockey team.
Well, and they had already played 2 games after the break.
Well, I think that's why John was so surprised, because I know talking to him, he felt like their first games back against Missouri State, he thought they were awful. He didn't think they played very well. And so he was surprised that our first games back we had played as well as we did. And
that's generally the case. Not necessarily you're playing awful, but you're not quite there.
Right.
I mean, it's like on a road trip you have bus legs. Well, you come back from a month off, you've got holiday legs. I mean, you're just not there. But we didn't. Like, we came out flying.
So you talked about what you talked to the boys in this in the intermission. Hey, we're not doing our speed and all that kind of stuff. I kind of want to skip around a little bit because I want to talk about Sunday's game, which we go up very quickly 2-0. We score in the 5th minute and the 8th minute of the first period. Okay, and then what are you saying to your boys then?
Nothing changes.
Okay,
just keep the pedal down and keep going. I will say, because I probably know where you're kind of getting at, when 5 versus 6, and this weekend I noticed it. It was just 2 games of momentum changes.
Yeah.
And for long periods of time. Like, I felt like in game 1 we dominated the first period, they dominated the second period, and then we kind of were equal in the third. And I thought the last 10 minutes was the difference. We kind of outplayed them. Same thing for Sunday. I felt we dominated the first period, they dominated the second, and then the third was kind of anyone's game. I mean, it was back and forth, and it was just a matter of them scoring that tie-breaking, the game-winning goal. So.
We had to tie the game 2 different times in the third period.
That's where one of the areas I was going. How proud were you that your team was so resilient after giving up a 2-0 lead, going down 3-2, then scoring the equalizer, then they score the go-ahead, then we score the equalizer, and then they eventually scored the game winner with 5 ticks left on the clock. 5 minutes left on the clock.
Not to sound cheesy, we're always proud of the boys.
Oh, yeah.
We have a great group. We know they're resilient, and it's funny to say resilient from a team that at that point had only lost 1 game all year.
Right.
But we had some battles. Like, we had to fight through some things to get to that point. And, there was no point over the weekend, either game, and I won't speak for Jeremy, but we talked about it a little bit, and I think he's a little bit on the same page. There was no point where I was nervous about the result. Because part of it was, it's 5 or 6, 2 of the best teams in the country. It's going to be a great weekend no matter the result. And, it's one of those where 1-goal game either way, you just kind of knew that was going to happen. I mean, it's the way it's always going to be.
John actually messaged us before the game, and he's like, do you guys just want to skip right to overtime? Like, we knew it was going to be a close game.
Well, and then after Sunday's game, he added, he goes, can we just do this 30 times a year?
Wow, isn't that fun, though?
It was fun. It was so fun. It was a fun weekend. Yes, we wanted a better result. We can get into the ranking side of it with a tie on Saturday and a loss on Sunday as far as rankings go, but from a hockey standpoint, pure hockey standpoint, we want that every game.
And that's what your boys want, too. I talked to almost every one of them after the games, the Sunday game, and they said, this is why we play hockey.
It was fun.
Yeah.
It was fun. I don't even know if you know this, Cookie, but I was thinking back in my head, like, when we pulled the goalie, if we should have done it sooner. As a coach, you're always, that was only the 3rd time in over 50 games we've had to even pull our goalie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
and then shortly after we pulled Joe, we ended up getting an icing call, and we had a face-off in our zone, so we had to put him back in. Yeah. And I think that's kind of the way the game finished.
Yeah, well, there was, I think, 15 seconds on the clock, so we didn't have much time, but gave a good push at the end. So
let's talk penalties. We are 24th in the country in penalties for lowest amount. We're still at 269 penalty minutes, which I believe is a lot more than what we had last year at this time. We saw Levi Brewer get 2 minutes of penalties on Saturday and Sunday. We saw Horiachka ruin his Lady Bing chances, getting his first 2-minute penalty of the. But they had no penalties called on them in Saturday's game. Is that unusual?
That's very unusual.
Very unusual.
Are they that disciplined of a team, or were things missed?
No,
or
they're not.
Okay.
And I'm not. John would agree with that. They're not.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't know this, but I'm sure that's the first time in 5 years they've played a game without any penalties.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it was frustrating. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was frustrating, and we let the officials know.
Yeah, they played a very disciplined game, but there was at least 2 or 3 times we should have been on the power play.
And we definitely earned 2 of our 4. The other 2 were questionable. I mean, I can see their side of it, but hopefully they see my side of it too. But we also did get a favorable call on Saturday, and we should have had one again on Sunday with the goalie interference, but it was an anomaly for sure to have a 4-0 power play differential.
Yeah, I mean, hey, it's a thankless job to be a referee.
Yeah,
and I think for the most part they do a great job.
They do. It's a hard job.
And I'm not coming down on them.
No,
I'm just saying I've never seen a game where one team never got a penalty.
No, they're just like players. I mean, they're going to have good games. They're going to have bad games, and we don't. Maybe not so much Cookie, but I never really get on the refs too much.
I don't know what you're talking about. I never do.
Never. Where would you rank Garch's second goal on Sunday as far as prettiest goals of the season?
Well, both of his were pretty.
Yeah, but that sniper shot that he took from the right side.
I mean, I personally preferred the backhand.
Really?
Yeah, they were both nice. Yeah. Very nice. The one timer. Like, just to get that release off that quick, that was awesome. Yeah. And then, that backhand top shelf, that was nice.
Did either of you have GSP scoring the first goal of 2026 on your bingo card?
Well, I run the D, so yeah. Absolutely.
We have a lot of D production.
We do.
That didn't surprise me too much.
No, it was a beautiful play, too.
Absolutely beautiful play. You talk about the D production, and in the next segment coming up, we're going to talk with defenseman Lucas Sadownyk. He's got 14 points on the season, 13 assists. I think GSP, Grady Sterling-Ponick, has like 16 assists. I mean, you're a very, very assist scoring and high-scoring defense.
And I want to say, I think Lucas Ravenstein-Bird, I think he's got like 6 goals maybe.
Yes, he does.
As a freshman.
Yeah.
Defenseman, that's not normal.
Awesome.
No, no. So is that a factor of the style of play that we have? Because I know we are an aggressive team. Forecheck is a big deal for us. Is that kind of a function of how we play?
A little bit. We our D are pretty active coming down the wall and holding the blue line and stuff. So, but also I would say 4 of our 6 defensemen that play in a given night are pretty offensive minded. Yep. So we definitely have more offensive minded D than stay at home defensemen. So. And Cookie and I both like that style.
Yep.
So.
How confident are you whenever we go into overtime and shootouts? I'm extremely confident.
Very.
Yeah.
Very.
Yeah, we definitely have the mojo in overtime and shootouts. And I don't know in the last 2 years what our success rate is, but I don't remember losing any games in overtime.
We haven't, no. Not since we've been at Drury. We had some moments at our old job.
Yeah.
But,
yeah, we didn't have that luck at Missouri State.
At Drury, no. We're this year we're 100%. I am pretty sure. Well, yeah, we're 100% at Drury.
Yeah. So 3-on-3 is a very skilled game.
Yeah.
How so? Explain 3-on-3, please.
So.
A lot of open ice.
Lots of open ice. It's very fast.
Yes, very fast. If you're a good transition team and you have the smarts and the skill, puck possession's huge, and like those are all our team's strengths.
Yep.
So when we get 3-on-3, it's like you said, I feel very confident.
And good patience. I mean, that goal on Friday, it was a great play, but it started with just a real patient play to kind of set things up. And when we go into overtime, we kind of have the guys we know we want to use. I know who I want to use on the back end. It has to do with speed, it has to do with skill. I'm not always going to put our defensive-minded guys out there because some of our more purely defensive-minded guys don't have the speed if things get kind of funky. Because when things get funky in overtime, you see it in the NHL too. It just becomes a never-ending odd-man rush going back and forth, 2-on-1s, 3-on-1s, going back and forth. So we need the guys out there that have, if things get a little out of control, have the speed to recover and take care of things, and it works.
Yeah, well, it works big time, and congratulations to Joe Davidson, number 39, who scored that overtime winner on Saturday evening. We have 2 more home series against McKendree and Illinois State, and we have 2 more road games coming up against Midland, and we end the season with Maryville, a rematch of this past weekend. We're going to talk about those games and also talk a little bit about rankings and Cookie's favorite segment, Viewer Mail, coming up in the 3rd segment here on the Coach's Show at Hold Fast Brewing for Drury University Hockey. Back for segment number 2 at the inaugural 2026 Coaches Show, the first one of the year. We're at Hold Fast Brewing. My name is Kevin Kline, public address announcer for Drury University Men's Hockey Division I and Division III. And in segment 2, we always give you an opportunity to learn about some of the players, and we give you a chance to hear what's going on with them and how they're thinking the season's going. So we are joined today by defenseman number 22, Lucas Sadownyk, and forward number 29, Matthew Johnston. Happy New Year, boys.
Yeah, Happy New Year as well. It's good to be back.
Happy New Year, Kev.
How was the break?
It was good. It was long. It was a long break. I worked for a week, and it was then I had 3 weeks of just moping around, to be honest, and seeing friends and family. But it was good to get back. Excited to see the guys and just want to get on the ice again. That's what.
What kind of work do you do in St. Albert?
Well, I work for my dad's company.
Okay.
It's a fencing company, so we do a lot of stock inside in the shop.
Okay.
And then help with some snow removal because we got a good dump at home. So
yeah. Maddie, what about things in Salmon Arm?
Yeah, I did a lot of the same. Not all that manly work, but I did some dental shadowing for about a week and then just hung out with friends. Did some of that,
I want to talk with you about dental shadowing because all of you guys are impressive, but I got to see firsthand how serious you take school, and you told me that you have, because you're going into dentistry, and you have how many more years left before you get that degree?
I got to count it out. Hold on.
You told me something like 12.
something like that.
That's
10,
ridiculous.
10, yeah, 10 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Lucas, what are you going into? What's your major?
I'm an econ and finance major.
Yeah, and both are on the dean's list.
Yep.
That's awesome.
I am not.
You weren't? Because you're taking dentistry. That's why. It's no big deal.
Yeah, 1 of 3.
You're one of 3. Is that what it is? Yeah, but you're taking dentistry. I saw you studying your butt off when we had the team over before you guys left for the holidays, and you ducked out early because you said, "Man, I got to go study." So I mean, that's got to be tough watching your mates kind of party when you're buckling down.
I don't know. I got some buddies who have to come do it with me.
Yeah, Garch. I saw Garch studying.
Yeah.
I saw you working real hard to get your classes scheduled while we were up in Chicago.
Oh my God, that was the worst thing ever.
Yeah.
That's the worst time in any university year, is the class registration. I'm still battling through it. I have to finish up tomorrow, hopefully.
Did you get in every class that you wanted to get in?
Yeah, I didn't make many friends doing it, but I got where I needed to go. I'm sure my advisor hates me with so many emails I've sent them, but at the end of the day, I got it. So
Absolutely. Yep, that's all that counts. At the end of the day, you got it. Great way to end the 2025 campaign with 2 wins over Missouri State. And then, I mean, right when we got back, our first 2 games were against the number 6 team in the country this past weekend. We played Maryville. You guys, the first period of Saturday night's game, the first game, I've never seen you guys skate faster and stronger. What was going on?
I think we were just amped to get back playing games. We had, 10 practices there, battling each other, fighting each other, literally.
Yeah.
And I think we were just ready to get going and get rolling and excited to play competitive hockey again against those high-ranked teams and really test ourselves. And I could agree, we played really well. I think we were executing well, moving our feet well, and all playing as a team. And I think maybe we just strayed away from it, or mentally we were off just because of the break we had and forgot the whole 60-minute part. But, I mean, we were able to get the win Saturday, so that was fine.
Figuring out the whole 60-minute part, I talked to KT about this. I talked to a couple of other players about this. In all of the time that I've been announcing you guys and going to games, I've really only seen you guys play one full 60-minute game. The second period, we always kind of seem to take a break there and gather ourselves and then come back. That game, incidentally, was Utah in the playoffs last year. But what is it about our second period? We come out guns blazing in the first, and then in the third, we kind of, hey, you know what? We got our legs again. Second period, just hey, you know what? We're just kind of skating at Rockefeller Center.
I'm still looking for an answer.
Really?
If you have any suggestions as to what we're doing, I am open to them.
So this kind of leads me to a question that I'm concerned about over the next 3 weekends. The teams that we play over the next 3 weekends are all under 500. And then we play Maryville again to end the regular season. I contend that these next 3 weekends are more important than the Maryville games because there's nothing for us to do but lose ranking spot and lose momentum playing these 3 under 500 teams. So how are you guys going to take that and kind of combat it?
I think you just kind of worry about yourselves. You can't, like you said, it is true. There's nothing much to gain from playing those teams, and it might hurt the rankings here or there. But I think if you just worry about yourself, you're trying to get better every day. And so you might as well, at the end of the day, it's the end of the day, I guess is one way to say it. And you just have to worry about yourself and worry about our game and make sure we're not straying away from, our normal game, our systems, and creating bad habits and kind of doing what we can, and games will take care of themselves that way.
Yeah, I agree. We just got to make sure that we really refine our skills, make sure that we got nothing else, no problems going into Maryville, going into nationals. We just got to make sure that everything is in tip-top shape.
Now, for fans, which I consider myself, it is very difficult for us to watch you play 1-to-1 games in regulation, win 2-1 in overtime, go into shootouts, tied at the 5-minute left in the game mark. But I talk to you guys, and you guys say that's the kind of hockey you want to be involved in, not the 9-0 blowouts. Why?
I guess to go back to the 60-minute thing, it keeps you in the game.
Yeah.
It keeps you focused and dialed in, and every play matters so much.
But at that point, Lucas and Maddie, are you in your mind thinking, it's a tight game, I can't screw it up, or it's a tight game, let's go get it?
If it's not the second one, then you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You can't play to not lose. You got to play to win all the time, or else you're going to be stuck on your heels and panicking and making the wrong play. You got to be aggressive, and and kind of like you said, you got to go get it yourself and do it. They're not going to let you have it, especially in those type of games against that team. They're big, physical, fast, competitive guys too. So,
I mean, yeah, I agree. Especially when it's like a tight game like that. For me, it's way easier to stay engaged when you're instead of like when you're beating a team by like 6 or 7 goals. Like, it's way easier to stay engaged.
Is it mentally exhausting after a tight game like that, though?
Yeah.
Because you are so engaged.
Yeah, it definitely takes a toll, but you just got to go to bed, wake up, and get ready to do it again.
Yeah. And it was kind of a short overnight period on Saturday into Sunday, with a late game on Saturday, and then I figured it out. We cannot play games on Sunday, because if you look at our 2 losses, they're on Sunday. Ohio and Maryville. I've already talked to Cookie and Lawsy. No more Sunday games. Thank goodness the national championship would be on a Saturday. So I think I like our chances, boys. I like our chances.
I agree. Yeah, Sunday. I don't know. Something about Sundays.
Yeah.
It's a rest day for everyone around here.
You should be, right? All right, who's a better golfer? Between you. Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
By how much?
It's a small margin.
He says that, but
Well, it's different. Maddie sandbagged me.
I
for
did.
strokes.
I
in
did
the
not.
summer when we
Nope.
played. Maddie sandbagged me for 2 strokes, and we tied gross, and then he got the 2 strokes, so we won.
it's not my fault
then-
I came up to play that day.
Yeah, he was playing good. I'll give him that. But then we played a couple times here, and Maddie was just the lost cause, to be honest.
I'm telling you.
But you both have game.
Yeah, it can get there. It's just
Yeah.
I think maybe I'm less.
He's way more
That's what I put
consistent.
it.
Really?
Yeah.
Way
Is
more
that what it comes down to?
consistent. Yes.
Yeah.
That's what
But-
makes that's what makes a golfer a good golfer.
Yeah, but I mean, we have some good matches. It's fun to play out there with them.
Let's talk about consistency, Matthew Johnston, because you are one of the more consistent players on the team. I say that from observation, but I also say it because I hear your teammates say it and I hear your coaches say it. The quote that I remember is, "He's a quiet player, nothing flashy, but he gets the job done." How do you respond to that? I mean, you're on the verge of a 20-point season. You're at 19 right now. You're top 5 in points, and everybody's like, "Yeah, it's such a quiet 19."
I don't know. I just show up, do my job, and clock out. I guess nothing else to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what is the difference between a quiet player and a flashy player?
I think it's high event. Like, high event is a flashy player, so maybe as good as they are making those highlight reel plays, they're good for 1 or 2 real bad ones that are noticeable. And then there's a consistent player like Maddie that does all the right things and all the little things that go often unnoticed from a casual viewer or fan.
Well,
that we acknowledge and respect. And
You talk about that, Lucas. You got the Smoothie King player of the game in a game that you had no points, and the reason that you got it was because I don't bring that up because to say, hey, no points. Ooh, you got it because of the little things. You got it because you knew when to take yourself off for line changes and all that stuff. How cool is it that your teammates and your coaches recognize that aspect of your play?
I don't know. It means a lot, especially just like even sitting here getting the praise, because like for most of my life it has gone unnoticed, and to be on a team where it does get noticed, it means a lot. So
Sure.
I really appreciate it being here.
Let me ask you, what's it mean to wear a letter? You're an assistant captain, Lucas Sadownyk.
I mean, I think it's it's big respect. I think that you got to carry with it, and it's an honor to have. I guess it's really nice. The coaching staff and team think of me that way, but so
What
many
is
good
the role
guys.
of an assistant captain?
I think I kind of just try to do as many little things as I can, and maybe hold guys accountable here or there. I'm not maybe I do yell sometimes, but out of anger. It happens. But I don't know. Our room's so good because we're all close and around the same age that you don't really. The letters are kind of just there, and we have a lot of guys that speak up in the room that don't wear them or do wear them and lead in different ways. So,
Matthew, true or false, that when you played for Canada and Europe, you were the team captain?
Yep.
Tell me about that. I didn't know you played for your national team over in Europe.
Well, I don't know. It was more of a summer team. We were pretty young, but it was still a lot of fun. I got to go to a lot of places that I would love to go back to now, just to experience it as an older person. But even when I was young, it was such a cool experience. Just go over there to see like a good majority of Europe and to play a bunch of different teams. It was a lot of fun.
It's pretty over there, isn't it?
It really is.
Yeah. But then again, your home country of Canada, it's very beautiful too. So, Lucas Sadownyk, Matthew Johnston, congratulations on a great season so far, but we are nowhere near done, boys.
Not at all.
Not
Thank
even
you.
close. Not even close.
Absolutely. Congratulations and continued success throughout the next 5, 6, 7 weeks because we're going to nationals, boys. We're going to nationals.
Yeah, we
Thank
are.
you very much.
Appreciate it.
We're going to be back and talk a little bit about nationals and also the remainder of the season in segment number 3 with head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. This is the Drury University Men's Hockey Coaches Show at Holdfast Brewing. For the third and final segment of this Drury University Coaches Show, first one of 2026. I am Kevin Kline, public address announcer, head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook. Guys, we have another home series this weekend against the visiting McKendree Bearcats. They're an under 500 team. Then we go on the road to play against Midland. Then we have Illinois State coming here, another team that we've already played twice. They're under 500, and then we go on the road to play Midland, who's having a very tough season this year. Jan has got to be just pulling his hair out, but another under 500 team. So I talked to Lucas Sadownyk and Matthew Johnston in the previous segment, and I said, I think these next 3 series are going to be more important for us than the final series against Maryville.
Yeah, we're going to have to definitely take care because they are some lower-ranked teams. Midland's now in the national tournament. I think they're number 17.
They're below 500, but they
play in a tough conference.
They have
an incredibly tough schedule.
Yes,
I think they've played Minot 4 times. They played Maryville. They've played us.
And part of that below 500 too is they just went and did a tournament up in Canada recently where it was not league games, but they still show up on the site. And they didn't have a great weekend on the scoreboard, but it was an important weekend for them. It sounded like a really fun event, European teams and things like that. So
that's great.
And they just had a big win. They just beat Jamestown 8-1.
Yeah,
that's big.
So it's huge. So they're a lot better than their record.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, you would expect that from Jan's team.
Yeah.
I mean, Jan's just a class guy. He's a great coach, and I know you guys speak very fondly of him. But how do we make sure we go and dominate the way we need to dominate in these next 3 series?
I think Jeremy will agree. I think, and we've said this for the last 2 years, we've got the kind of group that they don't care about any of that. They just want to go out and perform and win. And if they can go dominate a team, they're going to go dominate a team. They never. In years past, we've had this issue. We don't with this team, and we didn't last year. We don't take anybody for granted. We don't play down to the level of our competition. Occasionally in one period or a 10-minute stretch we might, but overall we do not. We play the kind of hockey we're supposed to play. So we're confident that our guys will show up and do what they're supposed to do the remainder of the season.
Yeah, well, they've done it so far. I mean, can you believe our record since we've gone D1? It's not obnoxious, really. I mean, if you think about it, only 3 losses, right? 4. Yeah,
4.
I don't count the national tournament.
Why not?
No, I know. Yeah, we should, but I just
should.
Forget about it.
There's nothing. There's no shame.
Absolutely
in losing
not.
A Minot. No, it's. What are we now? 47-4,
49-4, I think.
God, that's audacious.
Something crazy. Because we were surprised actually. He and I didn't even realize because we had already played 50 games. It didn't even occur to us till last week, and we were kind of going over the record in our head. We're like, wow, we've already played 50 games.
Yeah, and we might be 49-4, or sorry, 47-4, something like that. But and you look at our 4 losses: Minot, Maryville,
Midland.
Ohio,
in Midland.
So I mean, those are
nothing to sneeze at.
We
ranked teams.
Yeah, very
highly ranked teams.
Yeah.
You were talking about earlier, your off-ice friendship with Maryville coach John Hogan.
Yeah.
And how satisfying was it to beat him?
We don't do it very often, so it was great.
Really?
At Missouri State, he kind of always had our number.
Yeah. I think we were talking about. I think the last time we beat him was the last time we played him at Missouri State.
Yeah, so it's
good.
always nice to beat John.
Yeah,
he's a great guy, great coach. But it's just weird like that. I remember when UCO used to be a powerhouse. They were a top 5 team always. I think my record at Missouri State against them was like 6-2 or You know,
Yeah,
and they were like a top 3 team.
I mean, they
every
won
year.
national tournaments a couple
Yeah.
times.
But then there's teams that you just struggle to beat.
Yeah.
So, and yeah, John's team has always been one of those. So.
Well, Cookie, you and I talked about this before we started the show. A lot of their players come from the KIJHL,
Yep.
where a lot of our players come from. And Levi Brewer, his penalty on Saturday was a 2-minute boarding, and he boarded his Osoyoos team captain
Yes, he
that
did.
he played with. So do you amp it up a little bit more when you're playing former teammates or friends?
A little bit. And we actually heard that from a couple of our players this leading into this weekend, that they knew who was coming. They know the guys on that team. And as I told you before, yes, John and Jeremy, because Jeremy does 99.9% of the recruiting along with Cliff Heiser. We're going after the same guys. Yeah. It's the KI guys, and they all know each other. They've either played with each other or against each other. So there's the familiarity breeds contempt, as they say. Even if you were a teammate, because you want to beat your former teammates, and then you'll be buddies after.
Yeah, well, and there were a lot of picture taking after both games.
So I know our 2 Revy guys had 2 Revy guys on John's team. There's definitely some inside competition going on there.
There's still, I would say, there's still a little bit of animosity that Jeremy has toward his dad. The fact that Henderson didn't end up with us and he ended up at Maryville. Come on, Ken, what are you doing here? You're supposed to help us out.
Ken.
Yeah.
So we're excited about McKendree coming to town this weekend. We're excited about not the following weekend, we're off, but then February 6th and 7th, we have Illinois State. Those are the final 2 home games, but we don't have far to go to travel to watch our team on the road.
No.
Midland's only a 4.5, 5-hour drive, and then, heck, we end the regular season in Chesterfield,
Right
Missouri.
down the road,
3 hours up I-44. So, for all intents and purposes, we could have a lot of home. Activity there.
Little bit more to do when we're not playing in Chesterfield than there is in Fremont, Nebraska. But hey,
Cookie, it is time for your favorite segment.
Okay.
Viewer mail. This one comes to us, and it's interesting. It's almost like you read the sheet because you were talking earlier about how you and Jeremy talk on the bench, talk afterwards. Well, this comes to us from Bobby in Texas.
Oh,
thank you, Bobby.
It was bound to happen. Thanks, Mom.
When you two aren't on the bench together, how often do you talk, and what about?
Constantly.
I would say constantly and 99% of the time about hockey. So.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Although I'm the one that will send him just random memes and stuff to try and not talk hockey, but he finds a way to bring it right back to hockey. Yeah. So. No, it's joking aside, we've talked about it for years. Jeremy and I are, hockey aside, very close. We're essentially like brothers, more than friends, and we've known each other a long time. We have each other's backs. We're very close, and it's a great partnership. We've made a great team for a lot of years, and I wouldn't want to keep doing this with anybody else. The only other one I might bring into the fold is our buddy John, but other than that, there's no one else I want to go on this journey with.
Well, we've got 2 buddies, John. Are we talking about John in Virginia?
Yeah, John in Virginia.
Hi, John in Virginia.
McCreary, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we don't want to coach with Hogan. No.
Well, guys, it's I always say it to end the program. Thank you for letting my wife and I be a part of this family.
No, thank you guys.
And we love you guys. We love the boys, and we just can't wait for more hockey.
It's gonna be a fun stretch here down the road.
It's gonna be a great stretch,
and it's coming quick.
It really is.
I mean, we're down to 8 games. It's gonna go real fast.
Yep. Nonstop. And you can come see this nonstop action on Friday and Saturday over at Brightspeed Ice Park, 550 feet from where we are at Holdfast Brewing right now.
Dress warm.
Dress really warm.
Dress warm.
Yeah. It's going
to be
cold.
Saturday.
Single digits. But you'll appreciate that, Lawsy.
He hates it.
I don't like the cold, but I love snow. So if it's cold, there better be snow.
There very well could be.
I think they're supposed to be, yeah.
So thank you so much for watching, and thank you for supporting Drury Panthers Hockey. I'm Kevin Kline, your public address announcer. For head coach Jeremy Law, assistant coach Cliff Cook, thank you again. From Holdfast Brewing, this is the Drury University Hockey Coaches Show.